Cheers, everyone. How is it going? Welcome. Thursday night classic games. Kobe Bryant, Dallas Mavericks 2005. This is going to be a good one. I am super pumped for tonight. As we get started here, as always, just to start it off for anybody who's watching from the future, hello, welcome. We are watching, as I stated, Kobe Bryant and the Lakers take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavs. 2005, phenomenal year, phenomenal game, legendary performance, lethal mid-range, just very, very cool. Not going to spoil all that. But the link to the game that we are watching, the link to the upload of this game is available in our chats, in pinned comments, and in the description of our lives. All you have to do is play that video and sync it to our gamecast clock, and you will be watching what we're watching as we're watching it. And so hopefully you enjoy the commentary and the chat and everything everybody has to say about classic games and, you know, comparing with today's game and all that kind of stuff. So if you, like us, are a modern NBA refugee, welcome. And we hope that you prefer these games. I am PMR Hoops, Pineapple Midrange, and I am here with the real Siberius. Siberius, say hello and say hi to chat.
Hello, everyone. I have to tell you, I mean, I absolutely love doing these, but I'm ridiculously excited for this game. I missed almost the entirety of Kobe's career. I saw him play in 96, 97, 98, and then I stopped watching. So I missed his peak. I missed his prime. I missed his dominance. And I am excited as fuck to see it. Welcome to everyone in the chat. I see so many familiar faces. DD Damon, glad you are here to join us. Javo Music. M. Hunter Stevie. Liam Kersey. And we just got Anthony Sanchez. And we got some familiar faces in here, and I like to see that.
It never gets old, man. It's always so surreal that y'all just keep coming. It makes us so happy. Makes me happy. It really makes it all worth it. These things are interesting. I'm learning all sorts of new things on YouTube and programming and how to make apps and stuff. It's pretty wild, but it makes it worth it when we see the same names over and over. Oh, we'll go ahead and
shout out to Angry Old Hoops. He is in the chat.
What's going on, AOH? Good to see you. Mighty Big Meech, welcome on in. Welcome, everybody. We'll get this gamecast pulled up here. Move some on this side. There it is.
Binary Bard in the house.
Binary Bard.
I'm so happy to see all you guys.
It's crazy.
I'm not even sure that you guys realize how much it means to us to see the same faces over and over and over again. Here to support us, here to enjoy some real basketball with real basketball fans. It blows my fucking mind. That's all I can say.
It's wild. Binary Bard says that I have chutzpah and moxie. I love it. I hope so. I don't know if that's a Penguins reference or which there's like 5 things that could be referencing. But I will try to dial up or dial down the moxie, depending on what's needed. Oh, man, it's good stuff. We are going to be trying one little different thing tonight. I'm going to be trying it for the first time of accepting call-ins, probably around halftime or maybe even actually the fourth quarter of this particular game. Fourth quarter is also good. But sometimes in transitions, we'll be taking some callers. So that's new for me. So, you know, be nice.
Woodage in the house, hoping
and
Kobe
as
has
always,
a good game.
AOH, anytime you want to hop in and say hello or chime in, you know, feel free. We are saving, I don't know if you saw it in offline, if you saw it in Discord, but we are saving a particular Kobe game to hopefully try to schedule that with you. But in the meantime, we're doing this Kobe game. But we thought, in light of Rich Paul saying crazy things about Kobe Bryant, and in light of Nick Wright saying nonsense things about Kobe as usual, and as the attention turns from losing the GOAT debate or losing any of the Jordan stuff, and as more attention turns onto the GOAT debate, now as contract stuff and extensions and re-signing and all the debate about the Lakers goes, predictably, just like it has in previous years, the narrative turns to who's the best Laker and whether LeBron is better than Kobe or better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and so starts the Kobe slander. As always, every spring around this time, every May for the last 4 years now, anytime there's talk about a statue or whatever, suddenly there's a bunch of Kobe hate out of nowhere.
It's like clockwork.
It's unbelievable to me.
To it.
The pattern is just disgusting. So, but this time, this year is a little bit different because this year we have YouTube channels. This year we have a gamecast. This year we can actually show and sync up and comment on Kobe games while they're trying to change the narrative. So
yeah, we're
what
not going
better
to allow
place
that.
to start? And we're not even going on like the 81 point thing. We're not even going on playoffs or finals or anything. We're going to go regular season 2005 Lakers versus the contending Mavericks. I'll get into the context of this game here in a second, but it is not even like one of the, most cited games. It's just an incredible performance. I think it is one of the best demonstrations of Kobe's skill level, Kobe's mentality, Kobe's ability. So I think it's the perfect. Time for this game. That's what I think.
I was super excited when you mentioned this game because I was not kidding. This is the game when I was thinking about, we should do a Kobe game. This is the game that I came up with. So when you said it, I was like, yes, we're on the same page. I think we're thinking about and wanting to display the same things. So yeah, I was super excited when you mentioned it. And yeah, there's a lot that goes on. I mean, I haven't seen this game. I haven't really looked into it a whole lot because I just want to be surprised, like a first time, viewer of this experience. But from everything that I've heard from people, there's a lot going on in this game.
A whole lot's going on. You have no idea. I'm so excited to be live with you watching it for the first time. You have no idea. I'm so excited to hear and see you react to this.
Well,
AOH, if you want, you're welcome to come talk about it. Happy to have you on here if you want to plug that video. AOH says he just recorded a video specifically on the Kobe slander today. So that's just fantastic timing.
For sure.
And it's just unbelievable. So I hope people will watch it. And then as you hear the slander, as you hear the stupid stuff around, as you hear people try to tell you, as Mighty Big Meech is pointing out here, says, these fools love telling us that our eyes didn't see what they saw. I hope that as you watch this game, you will consider what your eyes are seeing and then consider the nonsense that they're trying to tell you about what your eyes are seeing. It's just crazy. It's just, I mean, there's just no comparison. It's just crazy stuff. Javo says, Real Siberius, you gonna see the MJ comparison just by watching this game. Javo knows, man. Javo knows. I'm telling you, you have no idea. I know what your favorite stuff is in basketball, and I'm telling you, this is the game for you. Nemo, Los Angeles, good to see you. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well.
Always, yeah. Welcome back.
All right, so let's So I'm gonna set up some context here. We're gonna go through a little bit of the context, and then we will start the countdown. I will repeat, how these watch parties work for anybody who's new or anybody watching from the future.
Cool.
And then we will start the festivities. So we take you back to 2005. Great year, fantastic year. But for the Mavericks, this is their year of contention. This is Mark Cuban's in Dallas now. He's pumping money. They're well over the cap. We'll talk about that during the game a little bit, during some of the timeouts or the ads or stuff. What was going on with the caps and where they were at. But Dallas Mavericks were one of the most expensive teams in the league at that time. And they were just all in on Dirk, all in. It was a great lineup. And they really pulled out all the stops to build around Dirk and see if they couldn't come home with a ring. They did make it to the finals this year. Lost Very good series. Actually, very good series. They were top of the West, but just could not beat D Wade's Heat in 2005. So the Heat, this would be the year of D Wade's first ring. So the Mavericks don't actually get their ring until they finally get a chance to face LeBron in the finals, and then they're able to come away with the ring.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah, but against D Wade, especially D Wade in his prime, woof, good luck. My hats off to anybody taking that on. But yeah, so Avery Johnson is in his first year of head coach. Very, just very fast-paced coach. He's into it. He's been assistant coach there for 2 years. So he's taking over. They're the hottest team in the league. They're the top of the Western Conference, heavy favorites. Everyone's got them picked to lead the Western Conference, which, as I said, they end up doing. This is actually the year just before Dirk actually wins MVP, even though he's consistently moving up in the MVP voting. Meanwhile, the Lakers are in full rebuild. This is sort of the valley of the Lakers at this time. So 2 years prior was the final year of Shaq Kobe of the three-peat. Phil Jackson's gone, Shaq's gone. They're in full rebuild mode. Very few players remaining. Wow. It's basically Kobe and a couple mid-level exceptions, sort of guys, mid-level guys, and then all, vet minimums, couple rookies, just full rebuild, and new draft picks coming in, and they're in full development mode for the next couple years until they're able to, actually go for their next back-to-back. But Phil Jackson is back, 1 year quote retirement, and then back in for a bit. So he's back. He's back with the triangle with basically Kobe, and that's about it. Shout out to Lamar Odom doing his best out there, but they're doing what they can. So the roster's pretty thin. They've been very inconsistent. You go look at game to game during this season and the previous season. Very, very inconsistent. But they're developing little by little. Everybody's getting a little bit better. But they're still seeing good minutes. They're still competitive for bottom seeds for 7th and 8th seed in the playoffs.
Right.
Almost entirely off of Kobe entering his prime and just all the heroics that Kobe's able to do during this year. These are the years of the 60-something point games, the 80-point game, the 50-point games. These are just the heroics, I think, unlike anything that we've seen before or since. It's just nonsense. D. Damon, we will be explaining that in just a moment. But the media's cast it sort of as the ragtag group of misfits, and then Kobe Bryant is sort of how everybody's looking at the Lakers at this time.
Right.
So that's where we're at. That's what's going on. That's the context here. And then we're going to see a hell of a performance. So moving over to the instructions for how our watch parties work. Already seeing some questions here in the chat. Want to make sure everybody's on board. Vicente Garcia, shout out to you. Welcome back. This is the exact moment when ratings really started to fall. The fix was in for the Lakers. It's starting to go down after Shaq. It started to go down a little bit, obviously after the peak of Jordan, but then after Shaq and Kobe, it starts to go down. Picks up when the Spurs take over.
Right.
And then that starts the thing, and then we hit 2009, 2010, and it just doesn't recover. It just never comes back.
Right.
So as far as the watch parties, we have our little game cast here. I update this manually along with the game. So if the score is a little bit off or the info panels are, rotating around as we talk, that's me having to do it manually. So, a little grace. I try to keep up with the score, but the more you guys chat, the harder that gets. There is a link in the description of our lives and also in our pinned comments on both of our channels. So whichever channel you're in or whichever you're watching in the future, that's where to find the link to the YouTube upload of this game. So what we do is we count it down, and then on our side, we hit play on the video and we hit go on the sync clock here in the middle of the gamecast, right underneath the score, where it says sync to 0.00.00. That is the clock that we'll be running. So if your YouTube video of this game and that clock have the same numbers, you're watching what we're watching as we're watching it. If you just want to listen to commentary, if you just want to listen to it, you're more than welcome. I hope that it's entertaining. But unlike Peacock, unlike Prime, unlike ESPN, all that stuff, you don't need a subscription to anything or to pay anything to watch these classic games. So we basically do it exactly the same way that they do the gamecasts with ESPN and NBC for the modern games, except that we have our own custom gamecast that we have to do manually because we don't exactly have the interns that ESPN has. That's how it works. So we'll take a quick minute. If anybody else has anything or Siberius wants to say anything before we start, we will count it down and we will hit play. So pull it up in another tab, pull it up on TV, pull it up, wherever you'd like to watch, wherever you would like to watch your games, or just sit back and enjoy the commentary.
Real quick, I do want to shout out Kobe Bryant Full Games. That is the YouTube channel where we are streaming this game from. So I do want to shout them out because they offered the best stream that I could find, or the best video that I could find. So you should absolutely go over, check them out, like and subscribe. Because we may not be here without them. So just want to show them some gratitude.
Absolutely. Everybody, make sure you leave a helpful comment, leave something nice. We're very grateful to everybody who uploads these games. Whether they're in sort of our little neighborhood of YouTube or not. That is an amazing public service these people do. Most of the time, these cannot be monetized. Yep. So they're just doing it, for love of the game, just so that guys like us can keep watching it, and guys who have never seen it before can get a chance to see some of what basketball used to be, see some of the golden age stuff, see all this stuff. So it's important. Support these guys. All right.
Shout out to Geloso for also joining us. And man, let's get started. I'm excited to see this game, and I don't want to put it off anymore.
All right. So we'll be counting down from 5. It'll be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then click after 1. Click on the invisible 0. And if at any point you come in and out or it gets messed up or something like that, it shouldn't drift. The sync clock should be right. We have a new version of the sync clock behind the scenes, so hopefully that works. But if at any point, just resync to what you see on our gamecast, and you'll be totally fine. All right. So we are starting the game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. All right. Talking about honoring Rick Fox. Shout out to Rick Fox. Look at this 2005 TV. Oh, look, they got starting lineups for us. I will put the starters on the screen for everybody here. So you might notice some familiar names that keep going on into the modern era. I want to particularly shout out to Jason Terry, point guard over here. He will become important, and we will talk about him in a little while. But he will be very important in a few years, which I just find very funny. But it's important to pay attention to Jason Terry as Kobe sort of comes by. And tip-off. Lakers started off. Let's go. D. Damon knows. Starting early, immediate mid-range. What's that, about 17, 20 feet? But for you, Siberius, this is the absolute mid-range dominance is what this is. This is what the mid-range is capable of here. Decent defense. Look at everybody hustling back and forth. Dirk with the offensive rebound, puts it back in. Who doesn't miss Dirk?
Mm-hmm. I have not watched a ton of this specific era of basketball. I have gone back and watched some. And one of the things that bothers me is when, like, current modern era apologists like to say, oh, well, they're not allowed to play defense anymore. They're under the exact same rules here that they are now. Just these guys are putting in effort, and now they're not.
Yeah, pretty much. Kobe already 2 for 2.
Oh, my God. I mean, I'm sure I've made it abundantly clear how I feel about the mid-range game, but Kobe's is beautiful.
It is. Man, but this is just, I think this game might be the single greatest game in the history of the NBA to showcase just how powerful good mid-range is.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. But these are the years where he's like at 35 points per game or some nonsense. I'm pretty sure that was this year. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. Actually, I'll put him up on the screen right now. Looking at him. Here, we'll look at him compared to Dirk. There, that should be on the screen here. But Kobe Bryant at this point this year, I mean, he is by far, it's not even close. He's, obviously he's number one in the league. He's, he gets the scoring title this year at 35.4 points per game. But I mostly want to highlight the difference, though. AI is number 2 this year. Oh, yeah. But AI is number 2 this year. Ooh, look at that. Spin in and smooth.
Beautiful.
Shout out to the old Lakers dancers. But yeah, anyway, AI finishes the season at 31 points per game, 4.4 points per game less than Kobe this year, which is just, that's a crazy lead. So, and another All-NBA first team and another All-Defensive first team. What do you have, like 12 All-Defensive first teams?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Geloso says, Jordan and Kobe's mid-ranges are the best ever to see and look at. Totally agree.
Yeah, I don't think it gets much better than that.
Nemo asks, but I heard that Kobe was never the best player in the NBA. Yeah, I mean, it's just so insanely nonsense. I mean, those things are not said. I saw. We'll get to it, but those things were not said by anybody who played against Kobe in the NBA. Like anybody who played against Kobe in those years is not saying that. I mean, it's just such a ludicrous thing. That's like a Nick Wright thing to say. I mean, that's just somebody who didn't watch. It's such nonsense. AOH asks, can you make the sync clock bigger for old people to read? I cannot in real time, but I totally can for the next one.
I have my reading glasses on. It's the only reason why I can see it.
If that needs to be bigger, I will make it bigger for future ones. Absolutely. Easy fix. But I'm scared to touch any of the code for this live because you touch one tiny little thing.
Let's not do that.
It breaks like 15 other things. It's been fun learning how to make this. I'm not actually a developer or any of that, so I'm learning as I go.
Wow.
That's some good distance for Lamar Odom. He is not a long range guy. Let's give Lamar some love. Let's put him up on the screen here. We'll put him up with Josh Howard. There you go. Take a look. But mostly known for his rebounds and great assists. I mean, he's got a good eye, got good vision on the court. Pretty high assist for his position at that time.
Yeah.
But he's mostly there for his rebounding prowess. It's good with the putbacks too.
I'm a little bit disappointed that this video of the game does not have the commercials in it. You know, it's just nice to relive that nostalgia. But it's fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's also like watching this game, you know, because obviously I am familiar with Kobe, but I'm not really particularly familiar with a lot of the Mavs team. You know, at this time, I haven't seen Dirk play a lot. You know, I've gone back and watched like some specific moments, but I haven't just seen full games, and I'm excited to see him play as well. I've just heard a lot of amazing things about him.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's watching Dirk is a treat, always a treat. I mean, he was fantastic.
This is definitely an educational video for me about a time that I missed.
Wendy says Lamar Odom is one of the most versatile players ever. It's true. He could do a little bit of everything. He's a complete jack of all trades. That's basically what he's there for. I mean, and he's clutch in a rebuild, especially I think in a rebuild, like where you need, you got a lot of guys developing, so you need a lot of holes plugged. You know, I think it was a good get for the Lakers overall.
Yeah.
You know, for the period that they're in anyway, you know what I mean? Like,
well, right.
But that's the thing too. Like, it's almost like, I don't know, maybe this is kind of a crazy thing, but I feel like I don't hear anything a lot of times, I think, from sort of the talking heads or anything about the rebuild years for any teams that aren't following sort of the clutchonomics thing. When they can rebuild, when they actually start to rebuild, it's a different mentality. It's a different strategy. It's a different goal. It's a lot more development. Like you think back to before LeBron went to LA, there wasn't really a lot of media going on about LA at that time, even though those guys were all developing and would eventually become outstanding. You know what I mean? But there wasn't a lot of talk about them, when they were working on that. But there was a lot more about that. There was a lot more coverage of that in former eras, which is just kind of neat. It's neat how those dynamics work. It's neat how the contract dynamics work. So, solid rebound. And Kobe puts it right back in. 10 already. 16 to 11. Oh my God. 16 to 11, and 10 of them are already Kobe's. He's off to a strong start here.
Yeah, that is.
There you go. Foul on Dallas. We'll go back, take a look at the starters here, see what we're working with. And Smush is actually on some limited minutes here, but
nice.
Let's Smush Parker up here. Man, I forget half of these guys, honestly. then you hear the names, and suddenly it all comes flooding back, and you're just like, oh man.
Well, that's what's crazy is I don't know most of them. Like, obviously, some of these names are familiar to me, like Smush Parker. Obviously, Jason Terry's in this game. I know Dirk. I know Kobe. I know Lamar. But there's a lot of these guys. I have no idea who they are.
Breaks that free throw, though. Dirk with another rebound. Yeah, this Mavs team was no joke. They were expensive and they were serious, but they really built well around Dirk. They also have interestingly, they have Keith Van Horn on the bench at this time. That's another familiar name, probably.
Oh wow,
maybe.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I was gonna
all right,
say
cool. Liam Kersey asks, do you guys take suggestions for future games to watch? We do. We are still taking requests.
Yeah.
So feel free if you have a particular favorite game, player, or era, or even a specific game. Put it on the list, and we'll try to get to it. Or yeah.
Yeah, the only thing we ask is just give us a little bit of patience. We already have a list, but we will absolutely try to get to everyone's. Oh, yep.
Oh, it's already. Yeah. Man. I just love how many of these are just mid ranges from everywhere from
Yes.
15 to like 22 feet. It's just,
I just love seeing that.
I mean, look at that. Look at the moves. Oh, they got tangled up.
Yep.
Easy.
But it's physical. No one was crying about it.
Liam Kersey's asking for game 2, game 3, 2003 Lakers Wolves. Kevin Garnett, absolutely. KG had 2 of the greatest playoff games ever back to back. Agreed. You know what's cool about that sort of era? I actually met at like Foot Locker. He was doing some little signing event for, I don't even know why, for no reason whatsoever. Look at that. Another beautiful from Kobe. Jesus. But no, we met Stephon Marbury. He had like Foot Locker randomly, like at the mall. He was there doing a signing or something for he's promoting those those shoes, those like budget sneakers he was trying to push for a little while there.
Yeah.
So it was like the coolest thing ever, though, to me. But he signed a basketball card. I had it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Okay.
So I'm actually curious if you know, or if anyone in the chat knows, what the hell happened to the triangle offense? Like, why has it disappeared?
Oh, hang on 1 second. We have inviting to the stage. Welcome with us, AOH. You are live, sir.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
Hello,
Good evening,
AOH.
sir.
Howdy.
Oh, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
This is exciting for me to watch.
Well, I just saw Eric Dampier on stage, and was this his first stop after Golden State?
Good question. I would think so, but I am not certain enough, and I will not pretend to be certain enough to know for sure.
Oh, there are some commercials.
Was a nice reverse by Kobe. My goodness.
I feel like Woodage knows the answer to that one.
Am I synced with you guys? If I just saw Kobe's layup?
Think so.
And Dirk posting up over him?
Think so. You should be at, what, 1602 or 16 something?
I took
16, 12, 13.
I had I took some kids to a basketball Warriors game out here, and Eric Dampier signed the basketball kids brought, where that dude's hands wrapped around the ball. I remember, and his shoulders were so wide. I was like, "Damn, this dude is made for basketball."
That's awesome.
Look at that. Oof. Kobe gets the bump on that layup. Free throw. Easy.
D. Damon says he met T-Mac and Jermaine O'Neal in Vegas at the Gold Coast. That's cool.
That's awesome. Never got to meet T-Mac. That would have been cool.
I mean, if I met him today, I'd probably slap him. But if I met him back then.
Binary Bard says everything in these games seems so purposeful compared to today. Accidental basketball, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? That's agreed. I saw how fast the releases are on both sides with those mid ranges. It's instead of today where everybody's got to do their shake and bake and swing the ball back and forth, and like it seems like a lot of the strategy used to be release it before they even have a chance to contest it.
Oh yeah, Kobe in particular was his move was specifically the one dribble. Jordan liked to take two, but Kobe liked to get up in the air immediately. One dribble, and we're up with it.
It's so funny. I didn't even like Kobe, and I'm watching him now. I'm like, God, this is so much better than today.
Well, you were a Warriors guy, right? So that makes sense.
Yeah, and what happened to I know turned to me against them forever.
Say that one more time. I think it
that rig job when the Kings should have beaten
Oh yeah,
them. That
Oh, yeah.
soured things forever.
I think it soured a lot of people. Also, Mrs. Pineapple was a huge. Her and her father were huge Kings fans back then. Mostly for, I wouldn't even say they were Kings fans. They were big Stojakovic fans.
That's
the national interest stuff.
Oh, I was going to say that must be a national thing.
Yeah. Serbia supports all Serbian players, no matter how they do or what happens.
Yep. It became a NorCal, SoCal thing. I know the Kings aren't San Francisco, but it became, we adopted the Kings in that circumstance. But watched that game live at a sports bar in San Francisco, and all these fucking LA people were in there. It was hard to endure.
Oh, I bet.
And they were all when Kobe broke Bibby's nose, they were all going, "Oh, boo hoo, stop crying." I'm like, are you fucking people kidding me?
I will say for Stojakovic, the main national interest was Stojakovic, but people were very frustrated. It was, the 50-50 on most of those shots.
Yeah.
And then the disappointment and the anger when he wouldn't make it, and then the being ecstatic when he would make it. So it wasn't like blind support. It was we must watch him, and then depending on how he does, we're either going to be screaming at him or cheering him. It's more sort of that dynamic from that sort of nationalist side of things.
Now, my understanding that Lamar Odom early on was supposed to be the man. Like he was no scrub teammate.
No, it was high projections for him. Everybody was very hot on him early on. He just kind of, I think the book on him, if I remember correctly, the book on him was kind of a sort of a laziness type thing of, not laziness. What's the word for that? Like sort of resting on your laurels kind of thing. Complacent. That's the word. Yeah. Complacent is what I'm looking for. Which is an interesting pairing with Kobe, who just does not allow any complacency from anyone within 500 miles of him. But that was the book on him. But in terms of skill, I mean, he was, people were saying in the chat earlier, he's extremely versatile. Can kind of step into any role whenever needed. Just I don't know.
I didn't realize Kwame Brown was on this team.
Oh yeah, he was actually he was one of their biggest sort of cap percentage guys. They paid good money for him. It was a big part of their rebuild strategy.
Devian George wasn't that bad. I think he got in trouble. My random memory was like he said something to the press that he was as athletic as Kobe, and I think things went downhill quickly after that. Something about his dunking ability.
Javo says, as a kid, I had two dreams. One, see Kobe play live. Two, go to Disneyland. Neither happened, LOL, but I got to see Kobe on TV growing up. And you know what? There's a lot of people who did not get to see Kobe on TV growing up, and a lot of them get paid hundreds of millions of dollars to talk about basketball.
You got to go to Disneyland, though. You got to make one of those dreams come true.
Young Luke Walton.
You go. Liam says Lamar Odom was good. The problem was that Luke Walton was their third best player. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, that's a challenge. That's a challenge.
That's an exaggeration.
It is, but it's funny anyway.
Okay. So this will be the same year that Jack gets his ring without Kobe then.
Yes. Also the year that D Wade gets his.
Yeah.
This is D Wade's monsters in the finals. I was pointing out in the very, very beginning, right when we opened, in terms of context to this game. Mark Cuban spent a fortune. I mean, they really, really spent. They went deep into the luxury tax for the Mavs because this was sort of meant to be their year. D Wade shut him down, and the Mavs would not finally get their ring until finally they got lucky enough to get LeBron in the finals. Then they're able to get their ring.
Yeah. The next year, the Warriors beat them in the first round when they were favored to be champs.
That's right. Much to I'm sure, much to Cuban's chagrin.
They had to be devastated. But I remember going into it that the Warriors had beat them in the regular season. I was like, this is strangely enough the worst matchup Dallas could have gotten. There's just something about the two teams did not match up well for the Mavericks.
Oh, real quick, I want to point out if anybody's not watching, nice little celebration here for Rick Fox. Kobe on his feet clapping for Rick Fox. Isn't that something? You imagine clapping for teammates and for former greats and showing respect like that?
He should storm. He should storm off.
I think so. I think he should leave. Take the ice packs with you too. Liam says Devin George was good from 2002 to 2004. He got hurt in 2005 and was washed after. There's the book on George.
It happens sometimes.
Javo says he was wishes he was there to see it live. He's from Houston too. Oh, wow. Vincente Garcia says, got to see Kobe and Shaq play in the Staples Center 15 times, 14 of them against my will. First time I wanted to see the hype of Kobe, and it was not warranted. Just 4 years earlier, getting to see. Reasonable minds can disagree, but I think he's one of the most skilled players to ever play. I think that mid-range is lethal. I
agree.
I think his mentality, his work ethic is virtually unmatched. Any of that sort of ref stuff aside, I mean, you can't deny the guy's actual basketball skill. But I understand where you're coming from.
I will be right back.
Binary Bard says Spurs, Mavs, Rockets were all very competitive with cool players to root for. Hell yeah. And that was, isn't that interesting? I feel like, we talked about it before, but it wasn't really a thing of whichever one you were your favorite, then everybody else is terrible, and so there's no point in watching. Like you could have your favorite and then also respect others and respect other teams and then be excited to tune in to see the matchup. So I don't know where this thing came from that, no, I think this one's the best of all time and these other ones are not the best of all time. Therefore, why would I show up to actually watch my favorite thing? Like, I don't understand that mentality. It makes no sense to me. Why wouldn't you want to see good matchups? But that's fine.
That was a lot early. The disappearance of the competitive nature.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys weren't making podcasts together. These guys weren't making business deals and investment deals all the way from AAU. These guys were hunting each other. These guys wanted to embarrass each other.
All right. Sorry about that.
It's all good. Trying to be better about keeping up with the score on this on my scoreboard here. Take a look at their benches while you're there. Look at that, talking about the camaraderie. What do you guys miss the most? Talking to Rick Fox. It's crazy.
That white dude in the middle for the Mavericks, he was on the Nets too, right? Was he part of their championship run? What's his name?
Which one?
Him. Hope I'm synced with you guys. Oh, that's not who I thought. Never mind. Never mind. This needs to be 2x upscaled.
I'm sorry we didn't get it to you. Didn't get it to you earlier. I put in a thing. I don't know if you saw it, but I put in a message about a couple Kobe games that we're interested in.
I heard you guys earlier talking about one particular that you want me to watch. I'm down with that.
Yeah, I put that in Discord if you want to take a look at it. If you're interested in that one upscaled on your channel.
I'll remind everyone what it was about this game. Since apparently it's an ass whipping. But what about it? Made you choose it?
Well, I don't want to spoil I don't know if I want to spoil the game, should I?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that there was a spoiler attached.
I don't know.
mean, I'm well aware of what happens in the game. Like, even though I haven't even seen any of it, I still know what happens.
We were, but we've got some people in the chat who have made it actually really fun to not know.
It was spoiled in the title of the game.
Yeah, the title says dominate, but
yeah.
That's not the spoiler, is it? Because we already know that.
I do have to apologize to everyone for my... Oh, go ahead.
Well, like, if Harris on that drive right there, he would be on the floor if it was 2026. You see how the guys 100%. You see how the guys can finish a difficult layup at full speed, get hit, and still stay on their feet. Like, it's physically possible, people.
Yeah, they could also finish a untouched jump shot and still stay on their feet, which is, I think, even more impressive these days.
Yeah, the fucking 3-point shooters falling down for no reason is really infuriating.
Dee Damon said Keith Van Horn was on that Nets team, though.
Keith Van Horn is who I thought.
Yes,
the pixelation.
He is on the Mavs now. He is.
So that was Keith. That was Keith Van Horn.
If that's who you were looking at, then yes.
I wasn't being racist against white people.
No. No. Let it be known, AOH does not think all white people are Keith Van Horn.
I mean, I do a lot of the time,
but no, he was an expensive get. That was so Cuban actually bailed out the Nets on that deal, but they went well above the luxury tax to be able to give Dirk some more depth, but they knew they were overpaying, but it bailed out the Nets, and then that came back to them sort of later on with the Nets. But the Nets were in big trouble here.
You're the perfect person to educate people about the luxury tax. And that's really just about owners not wanting, just being concerned about financial consequences. Other than that, you can go into the luxury tax all you're willing to, or not.
Basically, yeah. It's something like that. There are now stricter rules about that. There always were some extra rules, but there are some stricter rules about that now that passed in 2023 to basically try to outlaw or ban or make extremely, extremely expensive and difficult to shut down the clutch team model that was adopted by it's been Clutch's model since 2012. So they put a stop to that because it's terrible. It's terrible. It was terrible for the long term of a lot of teams, terrible for the long term of the league, terrible for everything.
You see how fast they got up the court?
I was just thinking that.
Yep.
Like, he even ate shit and immediately just got up back on defense. Everybody across half court
Wait, somebody ate shit without the whistle being blown? That's incredible.
That's also what's crazy.
Oh, Luke Walton.
Actually, I'll put it on if you want to take a look at it. I actually did pull those numbers in prep for this game. But that is the cost of both of these teams that you're seeing on the screen right now this year. So you can see what they're being paid for and what the total team is. Lakers are paying $72.9 million. Mavericks are paying $97.9 million.
Wow.
Yep. Kobe Bryant is making the cap for a veteran for like cap over 3 years with a team. He's making just shy of 16 million, which is 32% of the team's cap. So even this rebuild Lakers, even on the rebuild, they're still actually paying some luxury tax.
97 million, half of 1 year's of LeBron James.
It's 97.9, so $98 million.
Just in reference, Jordan
team.
made $91 million for his entire NBA career.
That's right.
Jordan.
Yeah.
What'd Scotty make? Like 120 or 130?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was probably around 40 million more.
And Jordan got him a pity shoe deal.
Yep.
Sure
and showed up to his charity game to make sure that his charity did well.
Because it wasn't selling tickets before.
Correct.
No one cared.
Jordan's.
Like this, I just hope when Binary Bard says, I just hope Wemby doesn't become corrupted by today's league. He seems like a good kid. I saw him in an antique shop here in San Antonio. That's crazy. That's actually awesome. You saw him in an antique shop. Like, I wonder how tall, like, that really, like, what that really seems like. I met Shaq once, for like a week. I met Shaq at like a basketball camp, and that's the tallest human being I've ever seen. But Wemby is even taller than that. I can't even wrap my head around that as a fact.
No, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around.
But I agree. I have high hopes for it. I actually really do have high hopes for it. For Wemby, I have high hopes for a lot of the sort of younger, fresher faces of the league right now. I think there's a lot of reason to be hopeful. There's a whole lot of reasons to not be hopeful, but there are actually reasons to be hopeful as well. So I'm trying to be optimistic.
I have absolutely no faith in Wemby whatsoever. And part of it is because of his body. He will never, ever play 80 games in his career. His body will not allow him to do so.
Well, but that's there's nothing to do with him being corrupted.
Yeah, what about his attitude?
I don't particularly like that either.
Right now?
I think he got into the league, and I think he had an appropriate mindset. I even remember when he played poorly in summer league, and he told his team, if I'm not, meeting expectations, send me down to G League. And I was like, man, that is exactly the attitude and mindset that I want. And then he was, load managing and forcing himself into the MVP conversation. And I'm like, oh, well, apparently things have entirely changed.
Well, I'll say in game one, there were a lot of occasions that I saw him getting fouled and he shrugged it off.
True.
Yeah. I don't demand perfection. I demand improvement.
Yeah. I mean, things are so bad. I'm afraid to criticize when it's a little bit better. It's like I'm almost like I'll take what I can get. But the big concern is,
I agree.
But the big concern, though, is how is he going to go downhill with each passing year?
I agree.
Look at this dunk.
Oh, I accidentally hit pause and got unsynced. I need to resync myself.
Well, this is a good test to see if the new clock works better than the old clock. So far, it seems to be holding up.
No, okay. No, I think I'm good.
Perfect.
It's funny to me that the Mavericks roster is the one with the big payroll. Yeah, I recognize everyone on the Lakers much more easily.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you play with Kobe Bryant.
Oh, nice steal. Does he deliver?
I keep getting synced.
Hang on.
And-
Yeah, wait, Siberius, are you? I'm not seeing that steal. I'm not sure that you're synced. Don't sync to when you're looking at the stream. You got to sync. You have to.
No,
sync.
no. I know. What's
Okay.
crazy is I was synced, but a minute later. So like the seconds were ticking by at the same.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was not on the same minute. So I'm like, God damn it.
All right.
Kobe just got the ball at the foul line. How's
Yes.
that? Is that okay?
Yes, you're right. We're everyone else is right. Just Siberius is off by a little bit,
No, I'm good now.
but he's good. Or actually, he's off by exactly 60 seconds. All right. Vicente Garcia says, I guess what I'm saying is if you guys can find great games of other star players, that would be cool. Doesn't have to be Jordan or Kobe all the time. A game like when Wilkins goes off or John Starks goes off. Oh, we've got a good list. I think you'll be very pleased.
For
I think
sure.
you'll be very pleased with some of the games. We're not just doing the greatest games of all time. We're also doing sort of regular games and from underappreciated guys. And it's also nice, I think, so something that's been interesting is almost every single stream that we've done so far, we've had somebody in from like at various points throughout almost every quarter, I would say. We have somebody in who has never seen that era or that player before and is curious to, sort of see what it's about. So we're trying to do that with quite a few people. We want people like right now, they've been talking all this shit about Kobe and trying to put LeBron over Kobe as they try to negotiate and stuff for, presumably for some Lakers contract or something.
That last possession. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. As I wanted to say it, someone. But is it just me, or have they been making a high percentage of the shots?
Very high.
They've been making a high percentage of the shots without question.
But yeah, no, we're going to be doing Knicks. We're going to be doing Hawks. We're going to be doing old Heat. Let everybody get a look at old Tim Hardaway, or I guess now Tim Hardaway Senior. I guess you have to say now. But
in your Sonics and Bulls game, something I noticed was how short the commercial breaks. It seemed like it to me.
No, they were. It was immediately back to the game.
Yeah, Binary Bard says we got thousands of games. Yes, indeed. I know Vincente is not a big fan of the Lakers, but everybody gets some, and we got to see some Kobe, man.
Yep. Oh, we're definitely going to even watch some players I can't stand. But sometimes you got to take the good with the bad.
Liam giving some love to Dirk. Oh, here we go. Fast break. Ooh, solid defense.
Absolutely.
Man, well done, dude. He's got hustle, man. He's not. I'm gonna put him up on the screen here. Where is he? Do I have him up? Oh, I already have him up. Look at me. I'm on the ball here. Jason Terry, for everybody to sort of remember how he was, because he made himself famous in a few years after this game.
Yeah,
but at the time,
that was Jason Terry on that defense.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
So he's doing 17.1 points per game at this point. This season, 2005, he's shooting 17.1 points per game. It's 41.1% from three. That is his primary, objective. He's got quick hands. He's good at, he's good at getting into the passing lanes and picking up some steals, but he averages 1.3 steals per game. I mean, he's, which is about league average, a little bit less at that time.
I was going to say that's
0.3 blocks per game, which makes sense because he's like 6'2". He's slightly below league average on defense. He's not known for his defense. He's known for, perimeter shooting, for his quickness, for his hustle, good reads, good IQ, that kind of thing. But he's not a particular, defensive monster or anything like that.
He looked
like he plays against LeBron.
Yeah, he looked like the fastest person on the planet against LeBron.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where you
He
see him,
turns into a monster.
he has to switch and pick up Kobe. He gets absolutely cooked. I mean,
Oh yeah.
completely
Oh,
cooked.
no, I bet.
Actually, right
That's
there.
that's a
Bro.
great talk. That's a talking point right there. That he cooked LeBron, but Kobe shut him down.
Completely.
That
Like,
says quite a bit.
it does, but that's why I wanted to. That's why I loaded up his defensive stats, because you won't really see that pulled up, because that's not what
Right.
he's normally known for. So I kind of wanted to point that out, because it's not that many years from here, from 2005. It's not like he became better at defense. He went in and just completely took it. Just completely shut down LeBron.
There he is. The blue band threw me off.
Yeah.
But they do try to, rewrite it and say like, well, yeah, but he's like a defensive specialist. Like, no, he's not. Nobody said that prior to
No,
zero people
I've
ever
heard that too, where they're trying to turn him into some, defensive colossus and be like, when did that happen?
Yeah, it's like, well, obviously because he's 6'2", and so like, why would he be on that team? So like, obviously he's assigned to LeBron because of his defensive amazingness. Like, no, absolutely not. He's assigned to LeBron because you don't need a defensive specialist.
Listen, all anyone said was LeBron's freakish athleticism and his size. That no one should be able to do anything. That if all you hear all year long is freakish athleticism and size, then Jason Terry, even being a defensive specialist, shouldn't mean very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What is it, like 6'9" at that point? What was it, like 6'9", 260 or something, or what was it, 250 or something? I don't even know.
Around
Back
250,
then, I don't
260.
know.
Yeah, you think right about 260 or so? But either way, compared to like
Back
6'2", what, 212 or something, maybe 200 pounds. Like, it's just not even close. You got 7 inches on the guy and probably like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason you should get completely shut down by Jason Terry.
Well, this is why they slowly and gradually legalized bulldozing.
Yeah.
Give LeBron one thing, his size.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, and I agree. No, yeah, absolutely. Nemo points out Jason Terry is a solid player, or was a solid player. Yeah, shout out to Jason Terry. He was great. I'm just pointing out that he was not the defensive specialist. Nobody was talking about him on defense. You're not going to see him, give Kobe a hard time in this game at any point. Like, that's not where he was at. But they have tried to build him as if that somehow was the case for him, as a result of him sort of completely shutting down LeBron. Then they want to say that, well, that's because he's some monster defender. Nope. He was below league average. Not what he's there for.
People know who Jason Terry is because LeBron James.
Yeah.
Not for what he did before LeBron or after.
Well, he never made an all defensive team of any level.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
How does that not factor into their defensive specialist argument?
Because they're not actually trying to describe reality.
I know.
That's why.
I know, it's so sad.
That fact is inconveniently located in reality, which is not where they are.
No.
So.
No, that's what I always thought was funny, because I've heard so many times them trying to turn him into an elite defender, and I was like, every elite defender can at least make an all defensive third team. He never made any all defensive his entire career.
But he was, to give him his flowers. He was an explosive shooter, great long range, high volume 3-pointers. Like high volume and still 41.1%. That was well above. That's really, really good for that time. He earned his starting spot on the Mavs. It just was not for his defense.
Well, and I'll even give it to him. He made a great block in this game. That block that he made was not an easy block.
Yeah, he's a hustler. He hustles. He works.
So
but
I'll absolutely give him that. But yeah, no all defenses means you're not an elite defender.
Agreed. Kobe with a 3. He doesn't make that many threes this game. It's only I think it's like 3 or 4 threes.
Which makes it even more impressive.
It's almost all mid ranges. from everywhere, just from everywhere on the court.
That was one of the
Both sides,
things
top of the key, 15 feet, 20 feet, doesn't matter. He's just machine gunning these things. One dribble, what AOH was talking about before, either one dribble or catch and shoot every time. Just immediate action.
I'll tell you, since you're talking about Kobe shooting, I'll tell you one thing that Nick Wright said, argument against Britt Bucher, was that LeBron had a better 3-point, which still surprises me, even though I don't know. I mean, nobody guards LeBron on the perimeter. That's one.
God.
No one guards anyone anymore.
Nope.
But as you were just saying, like the percent of 3-point shots Kobe takes is probably quite a bit lower. LeBron just shoots and shoots and shoots until that percentage goes up. Shoots during garbage time when there's no pressure. Shoots when no one's guarding him. But nevertheless, I'm still a little bit. I'm still a little bit surprised that statistic is true. But either way, you see how Nick Wright very conveniently avoided any mid-range talk.
Well, I mean, he has to.
He has to. I mean, you have to put the only way that those arguments work is if you just fold it all together and don't give it any context whatsoever. And then you're like, oh, it's just very efficient because it's high percentage. It's like, yeah, because he gets rid of it. Anytime he's in a mid-range position, he gets rid of it, or else he misses horribly. And, I've joked about it in your chat, AOH, many times that, the Pistons and in Sports and Fitness Trends, right? Like the Pistons, the Jordan rules where do not let that man take off. You put him on. You put Michael Jordan on the ground, and only him. They didn't do that to every team. They didn't do that to every star. It's not the Pistons rules. It's the Jordan rules. For that man, you take him out of the league. You put him on his ass every time. And meanwhile, the Spurs, the Heat, the Lakers, Kobe, etc. Everybody had the LeBron rules of just let him shoot beyond 10 feet. That's fine.
Yep.
Just don't even. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Just let him shoot freely. So it's just like, you can't tell me that one of these things is not like, come on.
Damn.
Ooh, that's a solid block, man. Look at him go.
A solid block. That was pretty.
It was high speed too.
I want to shout out to this little comment here. Ooh.
Back-to-back blocks.
Yeah, man. Vicente Garcia says, also, am I the only one that misses when they just had 3 jerseys, home, away, and 1 alternate? Who the hell buys 40 jerseys for their team?
Oh, God, thank
No
you.
one?
Yes.
Sir, if you have not watched, I highly encourage you. I'm going to self-plug here. My first video on YouTube was a Manufactured Basketball Association presents How the League Makes Money. The final section of that video is specifically on the licensing and merchandising and how that has changed. You may be interested in the change to that business model and why they do that.
Yes, you should absolutely go and watch that video. It is fantastic.
I appreciate it. But if you just want the answer to that question, you can just skip right to the end. But please, if you would, feel free to watch the whole thing. It helps. But it's wild. It's significant. The market for jerseys is going up now. Actually, it's like I think it's projected to be 4.2. If I remember right, it's $4.2 billion for next year, and it's been going up year over year for the last few years. Despite partly that's international growth, partly that's more people in other countries buying jerseys now, which that's to be expected. But interestingly, from the domestic side, domestic jersey purchases are up, but the number of people buying them is down significantly. So it's fewer people buying more and more special edition, alternate, single season, throwback to one season that we were garbage in 1973, like buying all those jerseys or like collector's edition type stuff. They're making more. It's similar to video games. It's similar to whaling in video games, just making a ton of money from a very small amount of the player base, despite the player base itself shrinking. That's happening with all of the merchandising in the NBA.
So when does Lamar start getting with the Kardashian and cocaining or
I have honestly no idea. If there's one aspect of the league that I do not pay attention to, it is who is dating who.
I saw somebody made a meme about if you built a team out of who the Kardashians have dated, it's not a bad team.
That's awesome. That's actually amazing. I
It's
would be
actually
interested in the
fucking
stats of that.
hilarious. I'll see if I can find it and I'll drop it in Discord. It was pretty damn funny. And it's also not wrong. Like, wouldn't be a bad team.
it's a pretty intimidating coast to coast that Lamar Odom did a moment ago.
Yeah.
It's like he just decided that he was going to score. So he did. How old is he? Or
See, I'm not gonna lie, watching this game actually pisses me off at myself. Because I could have been watching all this shit.
oh, we never knew. We didn't know it was going to go into the shitter.
No,
No.
nobody knew. Binary Bard says it seems to be happening in every industry. Yes. JW echoing it's rappers, basically. Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, it's the same thing that's happening everywhere. I mean, this one is, I think, more. It annoys me more because there are people whose job it is to talk about it, whose job it is to cover it, whose job it is to hold them accountable, whose job it is to be critical. They still get paid hundreds of millions of dollars more than even the announcers and media guys made before. And it's just not happening. But this is all of it. This is microtransactions. This is shrinkflation. This is, it's all the same stuff that's happening everywhere. Just making a shittier and shittier product and farming more and more money out of a smaller and smaller audience. And as that fails, their strategy is, push abroad instead and just lie and create FOMO in new markets. And, and it's just awful. I just think it's terrible. Like, I think if you have LeBron as your GOAT, or if you think the modern era, if you think all these guys that we're watching here and talking about are plumbers and firemen, you like having less chips in your bag. You like getting half of the meat that you pay for. You like you like $500 skins in Fortnite. Or whatever in Dota or League or whatever, League of Legends.
Right.
You
right.
that's who you are. You are that person. You like influencers over authenticity. You like gambling, losing all your money on slots, or giving other people money to lose in slots on on Twitch or something. Like that's who you are. If that's who I think you are, that's what I imagine you to be. If you are saying that those guys are all plumbers and firemen and that the game was terrible and that LeBron is the greatest ever, like, okay, that's fine. That's your right as an American. I fully support your right to give your money to that. I fully support your right to get taken advantage of. But to the rest of us, some of us are pissed off about it.
I agree. It is people's right. And I think it's important to have stupid people. Oh, look at that.
Huge deal.
Oh, and got nothing from it. That's crazy. But A for effort.
Yeah, there shouldn't be 50 jerseys with 50 logos. The court shouldn't be covered in 500 logos of 500 things. Like, the stats of the game should not be brought to me by gambling on stats of the game. Like, just come on. Do you realize even the referees are sponsored? Can people wrap their heads around this? The referees are sponsored.
it was offensive in a different way too. Just the unnecessary spending by franchises to crank out jersey for a special event or something.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, that's a lot of money. Those are not cheap jerseys. And how often do they wear them? I mean, would not be surprised if I found out that these guys don't re-wear a jersey.
Yeah, they specifically don't wear them very often. Otherwise, they wouldn't be limited edition.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's
so
wasteful.
You're going to end up with like 100 different limited edition ones.
It's sending a bad message, or at least compared to the way I was raised. It's like, oh, that's just waste.
Oh, I got a
Yeah.
shout out in your face hoops in the chat, guys. Another great content creator. If you guys aren't familiar with him, you should absolutely go check out his channel.
I'm not familiar, and if Real Siberia says that, then I feel like I must immediately go check that out.
You should. Yeah, he does fantastic content.
Well, then I am honored that he is joining us. Welcome. Incentive points out, yes, white is home, dark is road, alternate is also for the road.
Yep.
That should be.
Shouldn't be any other way.
Baseball, actually, no matter what your cool jerseys are or anything like that, baseball literally does not allow you to wear white on the road. White it must be home. You can't be the lighter team
It should be.
away.
So, you know, one thing that has surprised me about this game, because like I said, I'm not particularly familiar with this era. There are still a lot of guys in the paint, and there have been a lot of guys that tried to charge to the basket and got fucking denied because there's big men there. That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
Again,
and this is post hand
pissed
checking.
at myself.
This is 2005. This is post hand checking, and this is post, or rather, post deleting hand checking, and there's now a 3-second rule, but they pop out, and they pop back in, they pop out, they pop back in. Like,
so I got to be honest, like I'm impressed. I like to see big men in the paint. That's where they fucking belong.
not even Geloso says not even most of his ex teammates, LeBron's teammates, don't respect LeChoke. It does seem that way, huh?
Well, except for the ones that have gotten media contracts.
Yeah.
Funny how opinions can be changed. And there's an incentive.
Well, there's a number.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Dirk getting mad. Yeah, that looked like a.
Dirk would get beat out this year by, I think this is Steve Nash's MVP year.
Oh.
But he was still, I think, third in MVP voting this year, which is another whole conversation that there was still that mattered. When I say that someone was third in MVP voting, that's a thing.
Was a clean strip plus getting hit in the face. I'd be mad too.
Yeah. Vincente Garcia is wondering where Sports and Fitness Rants is. He wants to argue that the Earth is flat.
Wow.
I'm glad he's not here. Sports and Fitness Rants wouldn't be able to resist. He would go off.
It's so much fun.
I did email him about potentially joining us for these, and he said he looks forward to doing it in the summer. But because he works at a school, he has to get his ass up at the crack of dawn. And he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And I was like, oh, man, I don't blame you.
Agreed.
I'll be able to join you guys more often in the summer also.
Good.
That'll be great.
Yeah,
that'll be fantastic.
We would love to have guests as often as possible every game.
Also, as the In Your Face Hoops pointed out, we cannot wait to see Siberius get his 1,000 get to 1,000 subs. So if you are not subbed to Real Siberius, go subscribe to Real Siberius right now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It'll happen when it happens.
In Your Face Hoop says, Jesus, $4 billion. Yes, it's comment earlier, but Binary Bar, Fortnite gets about $4.2 billion off of skin sales. Thing is, other games that also make a good amount off their skin sales, they do try and make an effort to keep the game good and try to make sure that the game is worth playing and keeps growing and keeps developing in a way that more people want to play. But eventually, you do reach sort of a saturation point where why should I pay for a super fancy skin when there's hundreds and hundreds of other skins? So eventually, it kind of wears out its welcome.
Can you tell me what you guys are talking about?
Talking about a video game, there's technology now where you can play a game on the screen.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, you didn't have to go that far.
No, it's a video game. It's a very popular video game, one of the most successful video games, I think, of all time at this point. But now they're starting to go down a bit because it's just oversaturated now with stuff like that. So they're actually starting to go down and see what they'll do to try to keep it fresh, but keep it interesting.
Is this
but they did a similar. The point is that, so like, for example, you can have a character in this game, right? You run around, you shoot other people, and it's like a tournament type thing.
It's a thing where people are basically living a separate life instead of their own life.
No, this is not that. This is a battle royale. 30 or 60 or however many people drop into one giant map, and then last person alive wins. There's also a few other game modes, but that's the main one that it's famous for. The point is that you can buy sort of costumes for your character to wear, and so they make a lot of their money
billions.
by. Yes, that makes $4.2 billion per year.
You want to hear this?
But they try to make more and more limited edition ones, special edition ones, for lots more money for the very select few people who are willing to spend that much money on the video game. And now that actually makes more money for them than the larger player base itself.
Yep.
To the point where a lot of games can actually be more profitable if they let everybody play for free, so that 10% of people can actually make up 60+% of their revenue. That is the exact model that NBA 2K also follows, and that's now the model that the NBA is following for their licensing and merchandising. Jerseys and stuff like that will sell more limited special edition jerseys to fewer fans and make more money doing that. So it's fine if less people are watching the NBA. I'm saying that's cool to a point, but eventually it loses enough cultural relevance that it doesn't become cool to buy those anymore, and not enough people are interested in the NBA itself. And so who cares about the jerseys that you bought if the sport is no longer, what everybody cares about, which is now something that Fortnite, that video game, is now starting to deal with. So now you're caught up on what's going on with the kids these days.
Yep. Jambo says, at the real Siberius, in your era, you were all center heavy, Hakeem, Shaq, David Robinson, Alonzo Mourning, etc. In my area, 2000s, it was power forward heavy. It was a lot of competition at the power forward position, which I'm a huge fucking power forward guy. I like seeing those guys go at it. So clearly I need to do some more homework.
Man, Kobe is just going crazy. Look at this. I mean, it's just nonsense. It's just nonsense. The man cannot be stopped. Resident Evil is a great series. I'm glad you're enjoying. Hell yeah. Man.
This is a great game. Like, I'm not disappointed at all.
Kobe gets fouled hard. Now they're jawing at each other. Mavs seem frustrated. Kobe is just. Woo.
We already have.
Look how he's not on the. Look how he stays on his feet and just puts his finger in the other guy's face. They just start jawing at each other immediately. He's not on the ground. He's not crying. He's not rolling around.
I was literally just gonna say that. Like
Oh, please
LeBron,
do. Please say it again, please.
LeBron would be laying on the ground. Kobe's still on his feet and in the other guy's face. Like LeBron needs other people to get in his face. Do you see how easy it would have been for Kobe to just go all the way down and then hope that they upgraded to a flagrant 2?
Yeah.
God, people, do you want it can't be stressed enough. Like, you don't try to sell the ref. You try to stay on your feet, and you get in the guy's face and tell him that it's not going to be tolerated.
Yeah.
You don't wait for the ref to solve it for you because you laid on the ground like a bitch.
Avery Johnson just got ejected. Freaking out at the ref about it. they are just
one of the things that cracks me up about LeBron is he doesn't turn on even the tough guy act
right
until like both teams are right on top of each other, so he can't get in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you're absolutely right. He is the ultimate He's the ultimate backpedaling.
Yeah.
Put your fists up guy.
He's the guy that pulls somebody else in front of him and says, "Man, you're lucky this guy's holding me back."
In your face hoops, I think says Jordan had it first. Somehow he became famous for it, but watch tape. I forgot who Jordan learned it from. I just saw it the other day. I think we learned that it was Elvin Hayes, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I think you're right.
You're correctly there.
What?
The fadeaway.
Oh.
I think that is
he worked
got it from.
Yep, he worked
or
with
learned it from
Elvin Hayes, rather. As he sought to develop that coming out of the 80s. Terry with a good drive, gets knocked to the floor. Gets up, quietly goes to the line. Just imagine the things we have to praise now.
Oh, it's sad.
Byron Radar was talking about his era of gaming was PS1 and PS2, but he hasn't played a game in a long time. Well, I hope you enjoy the street footage in my Hustle series. That is PS2 at its absolute peak. Oh, we got a lot of gamers in here. Look at this. Dragon Quest 9 on the 3DS. Yeah, we're not gonna this is not a stream. This is not a Veilguard friendly stream. So all Dragon Age and Dragon Quest games prior to the last few years are acceptable. Everything in the last few years is not to be discussed. Oh, I'm sorry. In your face hoops. That's right. That's actually my bad. I'm terrible. I should have said at halftime. I'm the worst. Yes. So in our pinned comments and in the description is a link to the upload of this this game on YouTube. If you see in the middle of our gamecast, we have a sync clock right here in the middle. If you put that video synced to our clock here, you will be watching exactly what we're watching as we're watching it. So very much the same as watching a broadcast on ESPN or something like that, except this one doesn't need a subscription.
Yep.
Everyone can just watch.
And it's quality basketball.
But that's my mistake for not repeating that at halftime. JW is pointing out that the stoppage for flagrant reviews is ridiculous. Yeah, this was kind of a new thing. People were not happy about it back then. Having to do more stoppages. And as I say, every time we watch any of these classic games, they got rid of hand checking and they put in the 3-second rule in order to reduce stoppages. And yet these days, the fouls per game and the total stoppages in the game and the total broadcast time of the game is actually the same or higher than it was back then with less physicality. So I'm not clear on why we're doing that, but what did we gain from that? That doesn't seem, but okay, sure.
In your face hoop says, got it. I saw it. This is a great idea. All that credit goes to Pineapple Midrange. This is his brainchild. We're just along for the ride.
Nonsense. Y'all make this way more fun. I don't know if I could carry this by myself. So I appreciate y'all being here. This stuff is it's interesting being live, talking to a bunch of people.
I'm just going to completely
72.57.
ignore all the video game talk because then I'll just end up talking about fucking video games and not basketball. So I'm just going to ignore it.
Don't worry about it. I'll handle the
I
video
love
games. NFL Street 2 was peak PS2. You know, if I did an NFL channel, I would probably use that game. I played more NFL games than I ever watched the NFL. Like I don't actually watch a lot of football. I'm more of a baseball and basketball guy. But I will play some of those old school NFL games. Absolutely.
Football is actually my true love.
I'm gonna go out with the dogs for a while. I'll check back in a little bit.
Cool. All right, sounds good.
All right, pop back on anytime, man. So in the fourth quarter, I'm gonna open it up if anybody would like to call in, take a 2 minutes or so, say hello or get anything off your minds or ask us any questions or anything like that.
I'm glad that you wanted to do that because I probably never would have suggested it, but I think we have a lot of fans that have a lot of knowledge, and we'll have some good things to say.
I want to try it while we have regulars and while we're still early on because I want to try it. I have not used that feature of this stuff yet. I'm still new to all this YouTube business.
Yeah. In Your Face Hoop says this is a great way to bond, chill, and vibe out. That is exactly what we are looking for. We just want good basketball with real fans and a conflict-less environment with, no stress, no drama, no whatever, just people enjoying good basketball.
I agree. That's the idea. And
basketball.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is number one. I think it's just great. It's just great basketball. It's just a fantastic way to spend an evening. And since I personally feel like I, don't get as enjoyable of an evening watching modern basketball, well, now I have a channel. Why not just show the old games that I like more? That's a much better way to spend the night.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Especially if other people are interested, which is what we were hoping that maybe some other people would also be interested in watching old games and talking about that with us. But then also, I feel like
that was a nice spin move.
That was beautiful, beautiful. He still got some moves, man.
He does.
Look at him go. What a guy.
He does.
Anyway, but no, also because there's always all this talk and people, kind of clip heads these days. Everybody just watching the highlight clips and then debating about players they never watched and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, well, maybe some people might be interested to actually watch it though. And I hope that they'll make up their own mind. If somebody comes in and watches this game with us and is listening to the commentary and, here's some of the context and stuff, and you watch this and you say, this looks crap, I greatly prefer the modern game, that's fantastic. I have no problem with that whatsoever. We're probably not going to hang out, but I have no problem with that opinion whatsoever. But I do believe that, people should have the opportunity to watch it, to actually see what it looks like, to see what it was first and make up their own minds and not just listen to what Nick Wright or anybody else tells them.
Yep.
Look at that. 46 we're up to. 46 with 4:45 left to go in the third quarter. Kobe's up to 46. It's unbelievable.
Crazy.
Oh, and I'm behind on the score because I'm terrible.
Well, I mean, certainly, not to promote my own, my own videos, but in my most recent video, I talk about people disrespecting players that they've never seen play. And in that video, I specifically ask the fanboys to come join us on these streams so they can watch it. They can hear what we have to say. They can, they can get our perspective. And I genuinely hope that they do.
Yeah, and we've had some. We had a guy in the first one we ever did was Look at that move. Jesus.
Just beautiful.
Like, these are the shots, man. This is the skill. This is where, like, it's just crazy. Oh, the world is so much emptier. Kobe not in it. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, we had someone for the Magic. We did the 96 Magic Bulls Eastern Conference game 4. I think it was Eastern Conference Finals. The sweep, Shaq's last game in a Magic uniform and stuff. But we had someone in who had never seen Jordan play, had never actually watched a game of Jordan playing. And 96 is a fantastic year to check that out. They were just blown away. They were completely blown away. So it was pretty cool. In Your Face Hoop says, Rich Paul is the biggest prick ever, though. I'm still angry at his latest BS. Yeah, it's actually thanks to his latest BS that,
it's
we're watching a Kobe game this week.
Yep.
Well, you're going to say stuff like that, then we're going to have to go back and roll the tape. So if people don't want to watch it, that's fine, but we're going to roll it anyway. Can't say it wasn't available. Look at that. And we'll be talking about that tomorrow is our sort of weekly discourse live. We're going to talk about some news stories from around the week and videos we liked and stuff. And yeah, yep. we have some words about what Rich Paul's trying to sell again.
For sure.
But I'm really glad that he started a podcast. That's my hot take. You want to find out why tomorrow, I'm extremely happy that Rich Paul is now has a podcast. That's fantastic. But that's the accelerationist view. He is tanking this stuff faster and faster and faster the more he says this kind of stuff, the worse it gets for them. So please keep talking. Do that thing daily.
Keeps on giving.
You can't go fast enough. Say more nonsense. PMR says, Binary Bard says, PMR Hoops, that's basically what I do for everything. I'm not particularly interested in modern movies, for example, but I'll never run out of old movies to watch. Yeah, that's, it's all over the place. It's throughout our economy. It's throughout, most of our stuff these days, at least in America. And I think the NBA is no different, except for there are folks in charge of not letting that happen or calling it out. And instead, those people are facilitating it and taking part in it and getting paid by it and profiting by it. And that's infuriating. That's unbelievably infuriating. And it's ruining a great American thing. It's ruining a game that I loved. It's ruining a game that most of us grew up with.
Yeah.
And I think that's unacceptable. I think that's crap.
I agree. Also, I just have to say, you guys in the chat are being way too kind about my post. That's crazy.
Your posts are awesome. All of your posts. Binary Bar says, Small Paul is the biggest coattail rider in history. Yeah.
He really is.
Oh, Vincenta, don't worry about it, sir. So sorry for bringing up gaming. Absolutely not.
No.
I play a lot of games, have played a lot of games. Corner 3, very nice. Old smoosh.
My best friend and I, we have been playing Forza Motorsport since it came out.
What is this run?
And we are having our 12th annual Forza Day coming up. Where we both just hang out at my house and play Forza all day and eat shitty food and watch.
Lakers are like 15-1. Look at that spin. Look at the spin. Sorry, I have to cut that off. Look at that. Kobe Bryant again. Oh my goodness. He's at 58 points right now. Kobe Bryant's at 58 points right now. The Dallas Mavericks as a team are at 58 points right now. Kobe Bryant has scored as much as the entire contending Mavericks. These guys will be in the finals this year. This is one of the most expensive teams in the game right now. Actually, I'll put that up on the screen right now. Oh no, I have it up there. You can see the cost there. Mavericks are $97.9 million. They are one of the highest. I think they're number 2 or number 3, but only by like decimal points in the league. And Kobe is single-handedly outscoring them by himself.
Which is just.
And look at Phil Jackson just
crazy.
enjoying the show, man. He's just sitting back like, my goodness.
You're like, what am I doing here?
There he goes. Transition.
Oh, I mean, what can you do there? Like
1-on-3 gets stripped out of bounds. Jesus. I mean, it's just nonsense.
I'm doing my workout right now, so if you guys can hear it, tell me and I will shut up. I just like killing 2 birds with 1 stone if possible.
Jabo says the fanboys come any other time during the live. Where are the fanboys when we are showing the game? Nowhere to be found. They pick and choose their arguments when it's beneficial. Fanboys just give up. Yeah, I honestly believe that it's an active avoidance of actually watching a single game. I really think that's what it is.
Welcome, John Freeman. Good to have you back, man.
They show up for the drama, but not for the actual sport, not for the basketball. And the proof of which, by the way, is once LeBron leaves LA, we're going to see how many of them like what happens to LA's viewership. How many of them actually tune in to watch LA without LeBron? I don't think they're Lakers fans. I think they are male Swifties.
They are.
I've been saying it for years. This is male Swiftie behavior.
Yeah. Except, as you had pointed out, Swifties actually show up. LeBron fans don't show up for shit other than in YouTube comment sections.
It's true.
So you even have to give Swifties a little bit more credit because they buy the albums, they go to the concerts, they buy the merchandise.
Jesus, look at this. 53 points right now. 16 of 29 in 32
minutes. It's just insane.
I think what are they on right now? Like a 16-1 run, 17-1 run right now?
It's something like nonsense. That.
Nemo says he watched this when it was like on TV. He watched this televised game and it was awesome. John Freeman, what's up? Good to see you. Binary Bard is very confused. So Kobe outscored the entire Mavericks, but he was never the best player in the league. But the Mavs beat LeBron. But LeBron is the GOAT. I'm confused. When you lay the statements out chronologically, it is extremely confusing. It's a terrible way to do it. Ideally, you just pick either any of those sentences whenever you need it at random and don't put them in chronological order.
Yep.
That's what I recommend.
In your face, Hoops, thanks for stopping by. We absolutely appreciate you tuning in. And we hope you can join us. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to check out your channel after this. Siberia says nothing but great thanks. Thank you for stopping by. We're very honored.
Hello, Cottage. Thank you for joining us.
Like the movement, they're trying to get something going, but they just cannot get anything up. It's Josh Howard. Here, let's put Lamar and Josh Howard up there against each other. Everybody can take a look.
Yeah. Just another quick reminder, guys. Please go over to Kobe Bryant Full Games and show them some love, like and subscribe. Without them, we may not be doing this particular game. So just show them some appreciation for allowing us to do this.
Well, there it is. It's a 17-3 run.
Oh my God. Wow.
Kobe again. Look at that. And no ice in the veins, no shoulder shrugs, nothing, just standing there. Look at that, man. I would be terrified.
No gloating, no showboating, no flexes in his arms. He's just like, I play basketball. That's what I do.
The Mavs are just demoralized. My goodness. The fourth
I mean,
quarter is
how
actually
could
my
you
favorite
not
part of this
be?
now. Looking back at history, the fourth quarter is the best part of this game. But you'll see. You'll see what happens in the fourth. Jesus. So what's that now? That's a 20-3 run.
Vincent Garcia, just know I appreciate you.
Look at that. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'll put him back up on the sort of main storylines here for both of them. But yes, he is outscoring. I mean, this is literally the best of the West. This is the top of the West, heavy favorites. This is Dirk right before his MVP finally gets MVP. His third in MVP voting back when that mattered. Look at him getting the crowd all psyched up.
Yep.
High fives all around. 62 points. He has officially outscored the entirety of the Dallas Mavericks, the entirety of the best team in the West. He has single-handedly scored more than them. With still good assists, with still good everything, with it's just still good rebounds, good steals, good hustle. Two-way play. I mean, he's about it. It's just nonsense. It's crazy.
We're pointing out, watch how he doesn't stat pad.
Yep.
He's like, nope.
Jay remembers the fourth quarter of this game.
I am done.
Jay remembers the fourth quarter here. So it's 92-61. Kobe has outscored the Mavs. Look at that. So Kobe Bryant is sitting down because it's such a blowout. Why would he be in for the entire fourth quarter is now garbage time, and there's absolutely no reason for him to be in there.
No.
There's no reason for him to risk it. There's no reason for him to do anything. He's good. So no stat padding, no coming back in. He's going to sit the rest of this game. And the announcers are over there literally saying he might come back in, but hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully we don't see him come back. The announcers are hoping that Kobe Bryant stays on the bench and doesn't risk it and gets some rest because there's no need because they're already up by 31 points. And it's just, how much has changed in 21 years.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy. But that was normal. That made sense. Why would you come in just to what? You're going to risk all this for what? Just to pad some stats? Just to look better on paper? Like, it's wild. It's wild. Dirk Nowitzki was coming off a season to where he lost to the Kings, bro. Yep. Yes, and they actually wouldn't win. They get super close this year. They make it to the finals, but can't quite come down with it. They don't. D Wade is too much. Prime D Wade is just completely what are you going to do? So Wade, along with Shaq, although Shaq is, they're not even double teamed this year.
No.
But yeah. So Dirk this Mavs does not get their ring until they get lucky enough to face up against LeBron, and then they get their shot.
M Hunter TV says it's fascinating how if you can score points efficiently instead of volume shooting at a low percentage, you can put up a big scoring number and also have respectable assists. Isn't that crazy?
It's wild. Liam says, yeah, the youngins today are just mad that everything sucks now, so they want to act like nothing was ever good. It's all they can do. Yeah,
They
well,
are
simultaneously
a fan
blaming people for making it worse. So it can't be worse if it was never good, right? I mean, very little of it makes any sense. But hopefully they will eventually figure out that it's far more effective to get upset and vote with your wallet, vote with your viewership, vote with your attention.
Yeah.
That will actually that will help make it better. Like why would you, if your building is not tall enough, why do you cut down everybody else's building? Why wouldn't you try to build a taller building?
Yeah.
Or incentivize a taller building? It just doesn't make any sense.
No, there's absolutely no maintaining a standard or maintaining the bar. I don't get it. I don't get it. I have some younger nephews, and the things that come out of their mouth are insane.
Ooh.
Oh, that was nice.
There it is, through Van Horn. They throw the ball away. Man, Mavs are starting. It's you can see it's under their skin now. They're upset.
I mean, how could it not be? Like, that has to be so demoralizing.
Yes, sir. I'd be furious. Udage asks how Kobe's doing. Kobe is sitting out. Kobe's having a rest because he outscored the entire contending Dallas Mavericks on his own in the first 3 quarters alone, and sees no reason to stat pad, sees no reason to add to points. Why would he go for some kind of record or something? Like, they've won. He's done his job. Now is a good time for the younger guys to develop more and build some more chemistry amongst themselves and get some practice in without him against a contending Dallas Mavericks. It's crazy.
It's a solid game. It is a solid game.
Geloso points out it's crazy how D-Wade beat Dirk in 2006, but Dirk beats D-Wade and LeBron in 2010. That's amazing. It's true.
Yeah.
It's like somebody made the team better and somebody made the team worse. It's kind of wild stuff.
Cottage asks, who's better career-wise, Dirk Nowitzki or Tim Duncan? I mean, that's Tim Duncan easy. I don't even have to think about that. I have respect for Dirk, like, without question. But yeah, I don't think there's a debate there. I think there's a clear advantage to one. And that doesn't take away anything from Dirk. Like, I do, from what I've seen of him, I have the utmost respect for him.
Which says 2011. Kobe won in 2010. Oh, did I say it wrong? Or did I read it wrong? Or something happened? Oh, you're right. Yes. Yes. No, Kobe is back-to-back. So 09, 010. Or 010. Well, yeah, actually, 2010. That's weird. But yes, Kobe's back-to-back is 2009, 2010. And then Liam says, yo, can you guys watch the fourth quarter comeback from 2003 Dallas LA? Lakers came back from like 30 in the fourth.
Oh,
we can. Alternatively, we could just watch that whole game.
Yeah. Oh no, I would much rather prefer watch the whole game. Like, I want the whole context of the comeback.
I will add it to the list.
But yes, absolutely add that to the list.
Budich wants us to watch LeBron's 8-point performance on here in the 2011 finals. You know, we would, but I'll be honest about that one. That is a modern era game for sure. Anything after 2010 is absolutely modern era.
Yeah.
There's no argument that it's not. But also, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, AOH has a fantastic breakdown quarter by quarter.
Oh, he really
If you want to
does.
go back to if you want to go back to that, he has broken that down. And it is, one of his absolute masterpieces. So I would highly recommend that you check out his breakdown of that if you want to really get into that and just how ridiculous it was.
Also, speaking of AOH, if you guys have not seen his proof that LeBron is the reason why the Lakers got swept video, you have to watch it. It's an absolute banger.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that's his best one to date.
You just can't. It's indisputable. Like he's just laying out the proof that you're like, oh, no, when you look at it that way, all the narratives and lies are destroyed.
Look at the Lakers, though. I want to point out the Lakers are developing so much chemistry here. So Kobe Bryant's sitting out, right? But look at these little bullet passes, these around the backs.
Well, and I like that, even though it's basically a blowout, they haven't given up. Like they're still trying, they're still playing.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about the Lakers though. These guys are really building something together.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
This is what a good rebuild phase looks like.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, if you're the Mavs, I wouldn't respect you if you stopped playing, but I also wouldn't blame you. Like this is just
they're playing upset.
Crazy. Yeah, Liam mentions also 1992 Bulls Knicks. I know you're going to get to it, but it's my favorite Jordan series. We will absolutely be getting to some Bulls Knicks, and 92 is a great series. So, absolutely.
Yeah, we have actually a lot of years of Bulls Knicks requests. Everybody loves Bulls Knicks.
So Binary Bird with an excellent point here. If we actually get fanboys who want to watch, we should be polite, though. Absolutely.
Yeah,
we're not trying to push them out. As long as they're respectful, we will be respectful.
Yeah, although I'm with AOH, if they want to spew nonsense, they gotta pay for it.
Oh, for sure.
If they want to get red, they can super.
For sure. I mean, that's without question. But if they are here trying to educate themselves, we will allow their education.
Speedy Eagle says, funny enough, I seen Dirk and Vince Carter played in the stadium 3 times.
Wow.
That's awesome. I saw Vince Carter play once. I don't think I got to see Dirk. I don't think I saw him live. Like in person.
That's crazy.
Some Bulls Cavs games from 88 to 93. Woodage is a big Craig Elo fan. Wants to see Elo get posterized for years.
Say before Ron Harper got injured and was giving Jordan the business.
Yep.
Not stopping him, but he was trying.
Elo is the GOAT. I love it. Elo was good, man. Shout out to Elo, man. That poor man. He was actually good. He was good he was actually good.
He really was
great on the Cavs. He was a great defender. I mean, there's a reason he's assigned to Jordan all the time. It's just, what are you going to do? I mean, especially the early Jordan years. Like, what are you going to, like, what is he supposed to do? Of course, he's going to be
as good as he can do
all the time. Yeah. I mean,
like nobody was stopping Jordan. It didn't matter who it was. They weren't stopping him. So I feel like he did just as good as anybody.
Yeah. 106.73. My goodness. All right, so we're coming to the tail end of the. We're coming into the second half of the fourth quarter here. So I'm going to do something new. I'm going
Steve Eagle,
to.
welcome. Glad to have you back, man.
I'm going to drop the link.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
gonna go
Let's
one
do
at a
that.
time.
I was going to
And,
say this game is decided. So
yep, it's still awesome to see them develop that chemistry, develop in these hopefully rookies also developing here, working on their games. But yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing. Just he does not come back in. There's no garbage minutes. There's no garbage time. There's no stat padding. There's no extra stuff. He dominated 3 quarters. It's a complete blowout. Now let the young guys and the new guys develop. And just, I mean, it's just a mentality that's just not around. It's not there anymore. But so I'm going to drop a link if anybody wants to call in and say hello or anything. I will ask, or rather forewarn you, only going to give a minute or two at a time. But while we're still, while I can still manage here, we're going to learn how to do it. So feel free. So don't be offended if I. Siberius, or actually, here we go. Yeah, there it is. It's working. Cool. Ooh, little hook shot. Look at that.
yeah, no, that was nice.
Let's shout out to some of these bench guys, some of these rookies out here. Let's take a look at who's out there. Although for the Mavs, they're still mostly got their starters out there. And Daryl Armstrong is finishing out on the Mavs, former Magic. Very special place, sort of in my heart. I was in Orlando for a while, and during those years, met a lot of those guys in like basketball camps and stuff. But I loved Daryl Armstrong, man.
Yep.
He was spiky. He played with a lot of heart.
Agreed. Something that
Great
is
3-point shooter.
desperately missing from the game.
Yeah, great hustle. Just fantastic. Bo Outlaw. Yeah, man. Shout out.
Woodage makes me feel like I've never watched basketball before in my life.
Oh my God, Woodage makes me feel like it's 1997. Like, Woodage completely puts me back. Or even earlier, probably like I'd say, 94, 95. Shaq and the Rockets. Oh, we had it, man. If Penny, someone said it in the chat earlier. I'm sorry if I didn't read out loud, but man, if Penny doesn't get injured, it's a whole different decade, man.
Agreed.
We had a chance.
That's why I wish there was a woulda, coulda machine, woulda, coulda, shoulda machine to like see what would have played out if.
Ooh, oh, didn't go in. What a move. Solid. Man, they're just playing for respect. They're just trying not to be too embarrassed.
I respect it. I mean, they could easily just be phoning it in at this point.
Although with Kobe sitting down, I'll be honest, it gives me a little bit of a break on the scoreboard here.
Yes, it really does.
Jeez, every 5 seconds.
You
just cranking them.
Vacation.
Lakers are at Orlando. That would still be 2005. Would that still be T-Mac? Is he playing T-Mac? Would they be playing T-Mac next game, or is T-Mac already in Houston? Because we had him for 5 seconds, and then and Orlando just, I don't know what's going on. I was looking at it the other day. There's like, what is it? I think they've averaged, it's like a 47% win rate over like 25 years or something just stupid like that.
Ouch.
It's just so bad. Just like, man, come on. And they've had some great, Dr. J got in ownership then in the like early mid 90s. He was one of the owners, but we had, just Doc Rivers out there. And just, I don't know, couldn't pull it together, I guess. So Bryant Hill before that.
Hey, Wood is dropping some names. Ben Wallace, Ike
Oh, yeah.
Austin, Drew
Yeah, we've
Goodman.
had so many, man. We've had so
Yeah.
many guys that we should have kept literally everybody. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, we had so many changes. We had Mike Miller too. Actually, Mike Miller sort of developed into his prime with us, and then like, all right, he's amazing now. Get rid of him. Like, okay,
Right.
Look. So, met Mike Miller as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got really lucky and met a whole bunch of people in one particular weekend, and it was incredible. But that's a story for another day. Phil Jackson looking mighty pleased with himself. Nemo LA dropping by to say hello. Let's pull Nemo up in here. Nemo, you are muted, but when you are good, feel free to say hello. Yeah, man, we had Dennis Scott. We had everybody. We had so many chances. Look at them digging for those rebounds. Put back, very nice. And he is hustling.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Nemo?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I love the format. Just stopping in, just appreciating what you guys are doing. That's about it.
Oh man,
Oh, hey, man,
appreciate
we appreciate it. We appreciate you being here.
seeing you coming. I think you haven't. I don't think you've
getting a
missed
little
one, right? I think you've seen every game so far.
I think so. Yeah. I was going to say you are a familiar face in the chat. So thank you.
Absolutely. So I'll be watching.
What do you think of this game with Kobe's 62 against the Mavs?
I thought it was awesome. I mean, I was sitting there laughing while watching, and Kobe and I are the same age, so I've seen a lot of NBA basketball. So there's a lot of things that I've seen, and sometimes you just know some players are just great.
Yeah.
No matter what people say, you could see it from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
The trick to that is that you have to actually look.
That is a part of it for sure.
That's the only downside to this.
Well, I'll get out of the room, but thanks for bringing me up.
Can I ask you before you head out? Who's your team, or at least classic teams? Where do you?
Los Angeles Lakers, but I'm an NBA fan, like most people. This whole thing with having a favorite player, of course, we appreciated Jordan. It didn't matter if it was like, a team that. Okay, so I used to go to a lot more Clipper games than Laker games because they were cheaper,
for sure,
and they were closer to where I lived. And not only that, I would rather listen to the game on television or the radio because Chick Hearn and Stu Lance would be there. So you would go to like the Forum or you go to Staples Center, and it's just quiet when you're in the stands. I grew up with the play-by-play, hearing that, and I needed that. So I just rather watch it at home. Forget the parking, forget the travel, and you get to save money.
I hear you. I mean, I saw Jordan play live 3 times, and the reality is I got a better experience when I went home and watched it later on TV than being at the actual game because the coverage is better, the announcing is better. The reality is it's just a better experience.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean I didn't love it seeing it, in person, but yeah, it doesn't give you the same experience.
Right. Well, you have to go to games. Yeah. To get that experience. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Although these days they want 3 times as much for half as much basketball.
It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing, I will not give these people my money. So I don't have any cable subscriptions. I don't buy anything from the NBA. And I don't watch it. Nothing. I don't appreciate what they've done, like a lot of us. It's
hard, man. It's hard to watch. Sometimes there's like little glimmers of it. Sometimes there's little bits of hope, but it's tough. It's a struggle.
I haven't watched since like 2011. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, not at all. I was just saying we tried. I don't know if you remember my first time going live. These gentlemen, Real Siberius and AOH, were kind enough to join me to attempt to watch Game 1 of what was it? OKC and the Lakers
and Rock.
And I mean, it was just or by Rock. Was it Rock? No, I think it was OKC.
No, but, no, you're right. You're right. My fault.
Yeah, but I mean, by halftime, like we were all just gritting our teeth and just trying to hang in there.
We're white knuckling it trying to get through that game.
So
I can't do it. I'd rather listen to
supposedly
you
that's
guys.
yeah, but supposedly that's GOAT versus MVP, and we're there struggling.
Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah, I'd rather listen to streamers like you guys and others that we know. And beyond that, I don't listen to anything else. And the rest of there's a lot of clowns on YouTube that never seen the game. You could tell the way they speak. You could
Yep.
tell. Yeah, they telling themselves like that didn't happen. That's not what's going on. And these people who are so heavily in stats, that means nothing. You can easily, window dress some stats.
Yeah. And
For
then
sure.
they conveniently leave out those same stats when it works against whatever they're pushing. It's
Yeah.
Of course.
hard to me.
Of course.
Shout out to Rachel Nichols and her plus minus.
Oh my God.
That was the most egregious I've ever seen. AOH's video
Yeah,
on that
it's
was
sad,
amazing. I
man.
remember that a
It
couple
makes
years
me
ago.
sad.
It is. Well, thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
This is cool.
Yep.
This is
Absolutely. I had to
exciting.
say something. Much respect to you guys, AOH, and all the rest.
Oh, we appreciate it, man. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for being with us. We hope that you
Absolutely.
continue to enjoy it.
Take care.
Peace. Yeah. D. Damon also agrees with Nemo's take there. That's how I've been feeling for damn near 2 decades. Try to watch games, they end up watching me.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. The amount of data they get off you too, that's actually not far off.
Sad but true.
Wow.
I mean, what a
Huge.
banger of a game, though, man.
Right?
Like,
I mean,
I'm
it just
so
doesn't
glad
get
that
better.
we went with that because it gave me a new appreciation for that time period in the NBA, which I didn't have or didn't fully realize. I mean, Kobe just laying it down, regardless of how you feel about him. I mean, you have to respect his game. You have to respect the way that he did it. All of the referee shit aside, like, I don't know. I think he's the second greatest to ever do it, and I'll stand on that till I die. So what a great game to really personify that.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you got to watch it. I'm glad you got to see it. We'll have other Kobe games that will cycle in along with tons of other names and stars and underappreciated and overrated and the whole gamut.
Yep.
Just to see
Got to get through them all.
Yeah, what basketball really used to be about, and how the game used to be played, and how it used to work. And I'll try to keep bringing some of the, some of my stuff, the economic side of it, the cost side of it, and stuff. But I,
For sure, it's important.
even I get distracted by the basketball. I didn't even talk about some of the sort of the cap mechanics that used to exist compared to today, because the basketball is good. Whereas these days, like, man, I'm not trying to talk about what's going on the court these days. I'm trying
That's what matters.
these conspiracies. Man, it's funny. But yeah, it's just like that. I think everybody who was there kind of generally feels the same. I think that's the demographic that has pulled the most away from the NBA.
Yeah.
But thankfully going back into baseball, so that's cool. So that's something. But yeah, I don't think it's hopeless, but I think it's going to take a while to improve. I think if there is hope, it's going to take a while. It's going to be a slow journey.
I think so.
It's not going to improve overnight, and no step towards it will be perfect. But we can still hope. That's what I think.
Well, and one reality that I think we're all going to have to accept is, in order for it to improve, it will likely have to get worse first.
Yep. Yes.
And that's just a hard fact.
Yeah.
But and in the meantime, they're going to have to endure more.
I agree.
But
in the meantime,
the outcome will turn around and it will end up with a better product in the end. And if so, then I'm all for it.
Agreed. But in the meantime, we can duck and just watch old basketball. We can
Yes.
just watch classic games.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if the modern era gets worse, I'm not missing anything because I'm not watching it. So burn it down and rebuild, and then I'll watch when the Phoenix rises from the ashes.
Yeah, we'll see how. I'll be watching this weekend. I'll be watching EuroLeague Final Four, and then we'll see how NBA Europe goes. in the next couple of years. But that's where a lot of my attention is in terms of modern basketball. But I suppose I have to follow a little bit more of what's going on these days. But it's hard to get me to watch an entire game, man. I'll watch like a quarter. I'll give you like a quarter at the most. I do. But that's because I still have some questions I'm interested in. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here, especially folks who are coming back game after game. That's incredible.
Yep.
It's truly humbling that people show up and are interested in that stuff. I can't tell you, we launched it. It was risky. I was nervous about it. But it's awesome to find like-minded people who also want to see the old games and want to see what it was really about and make up their own minds about, the nonsense that they watch. JW wants to ask, where do you watch the EuroLeague? They have an app. You can go they have their own app, and it works on most TVs, most devices and stuff. You can actually go directly to their website and do that. There are a couple other services for that. But that is the one that I would recommend the most, just because it works on seemingly everything. FIBA is a little more difficult, but EuroLeague works well there.
Cool.
So that's good. M. Hunter Stevie says, the difficulty in watching players today still indulging in all this flopping and rule-breaking nonsense without consequence. So the overall attitude change may be hard to accomplish. Yeah, I think viewership is at nearly an all-time low. Flopping is at an all-time high. Fouls are at an all-time high. Fouls are up 23% this season as a result. If you watched my flopping video, last week's video of flopping video, that goes into why, but also just how incredibly high it is now and how the league has protected it, and the refs are incentivized to let it keep happening. I mean, it's tough, and trust, I think, is at an all-time low. I mean,
I think that plays a huge role in it.
Yeah, it's in a bad way.
Believe in the league that, because it's lost its integrity, from the players to the owners to the league themselves to the officiating. It's all just gone downhill, and it's going to take time for them to rebuild that trust if they can.
Agreed. Nemo says, wow, the hours flew by. Yeah, it's amazing how time flies when the basketball's good, huh? Time takes forever when the basketball sucks.
Absolutely
some kind words here. D. Damon says, yes, sir. Thank you for taking the time out to have this space. Thank you for taking the time out to join us. We're deeply, deeply honored, deeply grateful. It's just awesome. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep putting them up.
Absolutely. Every Tuesday and Thursday, please, if you know like-minded individuals, get them on board. Get anyone on board. We don't care. We welcome everyone here. As long as they're respectful, we'll be respectful. And we just want to enjoy good basketball with great fans. That's what we're looking for. That's why we do this.
Agreed.
It's as simple as that.
All right. Well, folks, I can't thank you guys enough for showing up. I hope everybody has a great night. For us, we have our weekly discourse tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be chatting in the afternoon, probably around 3 o'clock or so Central Time. But we'll be chatting in the afternoon about all this week's news, all the stuff, nonsense that Rich Paul said, nonsense that they're saying about Kobe, Rick Bucher's defense of Kobe. We'll be talking a little bit about some of the current stuff. So, tune in for that. Heard AOH dropped a video while we were live, so everybody go check that out. If you haven't seen Siberius' video from today, go check that out. In Your Face Hoops, we definitely all have to go check that out as well. Shout outs all around to all of everybody who showed up and came through today.
Yep. Thank you guys so much. Can't do it without you.
Indeed. But we'll see y'all tomorrow, and then for Classic Games, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Cheers, all. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night.